my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs. This is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Welcome back. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back every week or whenever I can record. If you're just finding me, thank you. I hope you like what you see. You like, subscribe, click the bell, do whatever. Click the like button. And I always forget to say, do all the YouTube-y things. Helps promote the channel and all the things. Okay. I have actually, I don't think there's been a single day that I haven't stitched. I actually did put some stitches in yesterday. There's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half stitches. I think that's 10 and a half, 11 and a half, maybe. But I did thread a needle and cross some X's. But I did some other stitchy related stuff yesterday too. So I'm excited to show you all the things. I have all the things to, all the stitchy stuff to show you. What else? There's some life updates at the end. I don't know. Right here at the top, before I forget, I want to show you my new shirt design. I'm so excited about this one. I absolutely love the way it came out. So at the top it says Sable, S-A-B-L-E, and if you don't know what that stands for, Stash Acquired Beyond Life Expectancy. I think some people say Stash Acquisition Beyond, but I went with Acquired. And then at the bottom it says Life Expectancy equals Immortal. Because let's be real, I have enough stash to last me to the end of times. I've got some little stitching scissors in there. There's a needle right here. There's needle and thread going right here. Oh, I love the way this design came out. Absolutely love it. The model, mine, is on a black shirt and I just used gold. This isn't any sort of fancy vinyl. It's literally just regular vinyl in gold colorway. It is kind of shimmery looking, but it's just regular gold vinyl. Not anything fancy. Not any of the fancy options, I should say. The link to my order form is down below. It has been revamped, updated, all of the things. There are now pictures that kind of show you the examples of the different fancy vinyls. I did go with the purple as my example picture, because purple is also what I used in my fancy vinyl little video that I have here. I don't know if I've linked that down below, but for sure on my Instagram page, in my link tree, there's a link directly to that video. It's of course on this channel too, so if you want, you could just scroll down and find it. In that video, I just talk about all the different fancy vinyl options that there are. But yeah, I'm super excited about this one. I love it. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about right at the top? I don't know. Okay, I felt like there was like something right at the edge of my brain and it literally just was like ran away. Let's talk stitching. Let's do that. So, let's see, last came to you was on Wednesday, and I think that was like the 28th. I didn't do any more stitching that day. I finished up the Whip Go Goal, and that was to the Baba Yaga cell. Okay, so then that left me on the 29th and the 30th, the last 2 days of the month, and I didn't know what to work on. Like, I didn't have anything set to work on. I could pick up whatever I wanted to and just work on it. So what I did was, my oldest son's girlfriend was here. I took her my whip list and I was like, pick something off the list. Anything. I don't care. I want to work on something. I just can't decide what. So what she chose is a colorful 4-letter word. If you are offended, maybe, I mean, you're not going to see the whole word because it's not done, but it is done in the Lisa Frank style of lettering. I don't have a picture of the original pattern to show you, but I am not stitching it up in the traditional like color ombre type situation that Lisa Frank is known for. Instead, I have this Ymir floss. I don't know if there was a name to it. I can't remember. But I have this variegated Ymir floss that is, I mean, it just screams Lisa Frank. It's pink and blue and yellow and purple and, oh, it screams Lisa Frank. And when I opened that, I remember like, oh my gosh, this is Lisa Frank. I need to find something to stitch that in. I have this in a, like the colorways just match perfectly, but it's Candyland. Okay, I have the beginning of the letter F started. So I'm pretty sure you can know what letter or what word I'm going to be starting or stitching. But here is where I got to. I had one length put in. So all the rest of this I did on the 29th. Of course, maybe right there. Oh, I think right there is perfect. It's a cloudy, overcast day, so we're not getting a whole lot of light in here. But yeah, I put all the rest of this in. And I love, love, love. I'm doing this in a, 2 strands and a full cross or a full X. So I'm getting the variegation as it lays down. Absolutely love it. Now, my little ant, I have my cute unicorn needle minder, of course, but then I've got my little ant on here. And my ant is because on the 29th for the Summer Stitches Challenge, it was to work on something with an insect. Boom, there he is. I do believe that this fabric is by Jody from Steel City Stitchers. Also, I mean, maybe a butterfly, but honestly, it feels like somebody was Xeroxing their butt. There's like, I don't know. Anyways, that's what I got. I was excited to get that out and work on that. It was fun. It was fun colors to work on for the day, and clearly I was having fun because I stitched a lot of stitches. I don't know, I didn't count. I don't know how many of the stitches that was, but it was a lot. Okay, so then the next day was the 30th, and still didn't really have a plan, but the Summer Stitches Challenge, that's hashtag Summer Stitches Challenge, and that's hosted by the Naptime Stitcher. Don't forget it's at the Naptime Stitcher on Instagram. And the challenge for the 30th, and again, there's like, I mean, there's no content. I mean, it's not, you're not going to win anything. It's just a fun something to work on for the day. But it was something with a border, and there was a lot of debate on whether this had a border or not. And I feel like the circles are the piece, right? But then the rest of it on the outside is a border. There's a border to this. It stitches up in a square, so it's a border. Rectangle, whatever. Honestly, it's just to, I mean, this challenge is to work on something fun. Again, this is Almond M&M's, Ymir's. She has her own website, Almond M&M's, and she does her own hand-dyed silks. And this is, I had a whole hank of this from one of her boxes that she did. I can't remember the colorway. I feel like maybe blood orange, but that doesn't sound right either, because there's not very much orange in there. I can't remember. But there was a hank of it in a box that she did. And I think she's already got it listed, but I definitely know she's announced it, that she's doing a box again this year. And I'm super excited. I haven't bought it yet, but I need to get on that. Here's where I am. I finished circle number 2. So I had a bit of it. I think I probably had maybe half of it stitched. So I finished up the other half of that, and that's what I worked on the 30th of June. I absolutely love the way this floss is just laying down in its all its glory. Again, stitching it 2-stranded, 18 count, making full crosses at a time so that the variegation is laying down like that. I don't know, ink circles, geometry, shapes, women in science. There you go. I don't know. I think I just picked a bag, but there you go. Then on the 1st, we have the Death by Cross Stitch. Oh, this glorious bag. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is being stitched on or with, everybody always needs to know what this floss is. This is the colorway Unicorn, and this is by Dyeing for Cross Stitch. Dyeing like you're dyeing the fabric. Dyeing for Cross Stitch, and she has her own website, and this is the Unicorn colorway. She does do re-dyes on that color. You just have to follow her website to see when it like restocks, when she gets a dye lot done on it. This is of course Death by Cross Stitch. This piece is huge, enormous. What I have done is like a little bit up here, so it's gonna be a tapestry blanket, whatever. This is done on 18 count Aida, just a cream colorway, and you'll see I'm a little bit over halfway on my length there across the top. What I actually stitched is, I think I had one of these little flowers done. I stitched the rest of the way over here on these flowers. And then I came down here and I did this other bird. So I laid the variegation down. Again, this is 2 strands, making a full cross at a time. So I laid the variegation down on this bird, so it's going this way, and then I laid it down going this way. So, and there's more birds going across the top, so I will keep doing that, kind of diagonal as I go across them. The fishies are stitched vertically. So the bird is eating the little fishies. That's where I'm at. Oh, and I love, and oh, these were stitched vertically, and then the border is stitched, I'm literally going up and down this top one, and again full crosses so that it's laying down in that pattern across the top. I have to make sure when I pick up my floss to start stitching again that I'm on a purple that's going to blend into the teal, not the other way around, like not purple blending back into pink, because I want to keep the pattern going the same direction. So, someone's calling me from Michigan. Okay, so that's where I'm at. And I feel like this, it's a dark purple to like a lavender pinkish purple to a teal, and the lighting always wants to make that dark purple almost look black, and it's definitely not black, it's just a dark purple. So that's where I'm at on that. I feel like right here you can see it better. Yeah, it's a dark purple. I love working on that one. I got a lot of stitching in on that one. I'm super happy with that. For the Summer Stitches Challenge, that was to work on something with a tree or a plant. There's a variety of all of the things on that one. Then, on the 2nd, started the July Stitch by Raise the Roof. And July is right here. And it says, Hot July brings cooling showers, apricots, and gillyflowers. And we've got some raining clouds. Maybe an apricot tree, I'm guessing. And then there's little button birds that get attached in there, a sun, all the things. So 7 months in now, and I decided I'm gonna Google these phrases, because I think I was on a chat with my friends, and little floaties in here. Someone was like, who came up with these phrases? Like, where are these people from that they're like, I don't know. What is it? August brings sheaves of corn, then the harvest home is born. I don't know. It was like, where are these phrases coming from? So I literally just Googled Hot July brings cooling showers, and it popped up. It's a poem. I'm sure there's people, maybe there's someone out there already who's like, duh. It is a published poem by Sarah Coleridge, and I have her little Wikipedia page open. Sarah Coleridge was born in 1802, and she was an English author and translator. Let's see. Okay, so once she married and had several children, she then started writing poems for them. So she wrote instructive verses for them. These were then published as Pretty Lessons in Verse for Good Children. What's the name of this? And this was published in 1834. And to think, like, I have to think in 1834, for a woman to be published, I'm sure that's like a tremendous, an amazing thing. I just don't feel like women were acknowledged professionally for, artwork of any kind. I mean, and writing poems is definitely artwork. And this book, this published work of verses, included the popular poem, The Months, is really what it's called. And so the whole poem is word for word these phrases that are stitched on these pieces. So now I have a little bit of backstory on these, and I've never heard this poem before. I've never heard of them like in this verse. Words are hard today, y'all. I feel like I was definitely having a brain fog day yesterday, and it was really hard to focus on things, and it has not gotten better today. So, words. I'm happy to have some backstory and some history on the verses for these stitches. And I love the little pictures that go with them. So, these are not in print. These are an out of print thing. Raise the Roof Designs is no longer designing. It's a team up between Teresa Vanette and Susan Rayner. Teresa Vanette is Shakespeare's Peddler, and I feel like maybe her site is down right now for like personal reasons, but Shakespeare's Peddler does have some Raise the Roof patterns still available on their website. On that website, these are not. So, and I did finally get the first two patterns are, January, February, March, April, mailed back to Donna, because I believe I had picked these up at, well, this one says it's from a stitching shop, but I feel like I started this collection at the garage sale hosted by my LNS. She does a garage sale every other year for like a couple weeks in the summer. And I picked these up. the very first time I went, a part of them, thinking, oh, okay, I'll just go find the rest of them. It was not that easy. So I did find some more at a stitching shop, but, and I'm sure some of the older LNSs probably still have some, but I was struggling to find January, February, March, April. There's no real title to these other than the months, so it's also even hard to kind of Google them. Anyways, super, super, super huge thank you to Donna. I would not have been able to stitch this series without her. So, and I had already started it. I stitched and finished May. So, without even having a line on the other ones, I was just like, well, I'll find them eventually. Okay, all of that to say, I got it out and I worked on it, and this is where I'm at. I started it. I cut my fabric to size, and then I started in the corner rather than the center, so whatever. I have a little bit of border here and a lot over here. It's fine, whatever. Okay, this is where I got to. As I'm coming to each pattern, I'm kind of just, looking at the called fors. The called fors are in Gentle Arts, but also DMC. So, but I'm kind of just looking at the picture and then going into my fancy flosses / DMCs and pulling colors at work. So for the red of the letters, that is, oh please, Crab Cakes by Classic Colorworks. So, and then the clouds is Tabby by Classic Colorworks and Plymouth Rock by Classic Colorworks. So, and I believe that was in DMC, and I think that's Morning Glory by Gast. The raindrops are. Anyways, I'm just kind of pulling colors that match and using my stash. So, and then this is an 18 count, I think partly Cloudy by Fortnite Fabrics. But that's where I'm at, and that's 2 days worth of stitching. These clouds are dense. There's a lot of stitching in there, and I still don't have it all the way done, obviously. And then there's another cloud over here. What I wanted to say was Summer Stitches Challenge. I worked on this for 2 different days, and the second and the third. And the second was to stitch on something with a bird, which these will have bird buttons, so that definitely fits. And then the next day was to stitch on something like, because it's hot, so stitch on something about air conditioners, cold, snow, something along the lines of that. Well, I mean, this literally says hot July, which means I'm going to be turning my air conditioner on, so that's, there you go. Also, these clouds are dark enough that they could be doing snow up in the mountains. There's my explanation. Again, there's no rules. It's just, how can you make your piece fit? That's my creative juices on how to make this fit. So that was on the 2nd and the 3rd. Now, yesterday was the 4th. Here in the United States, it's 4th of July, Independence Day. I'm not going to get super political, just not feeling a lot of pride and patriotism right now. So I think that this was absolutely fitting. I worked on my patriotic Dementor yesterday. So if you are new here and you don't know, for year 3, I should have pulled that pattern out. For the year 3 Frogwarts pattern, here, it's right here. Let's dig. No, cause an avalanche. For the year 3 Frogwarts pattern by the Black Needle Society. If you're not familiar with Frogwarts, it's a Black Needle Society does subscription boxes. Frogwarts is a special edition box with a whole 5-day retreat involved. There's stitching challenges, competitive cross stitch. It's intense, it's insane, but it's a lot of fun. So Here's the pattern that goes with the box for year 3. We've got this Dementor here. Now, him stitched up on this purple fabric with the reds and the blues, probably, I mean, he looks amazing. He looks like the blues are like a highlight. You don't really even see the reds because it's blending in with the fabric. I also think the over dyes used in him are, let's see if I can look it up super quick. I'm not going to be able to look this up. There's too many of them. Hold please. It's like, where's the key? Key. Midnight. We've got Current. We've got Witching Hour. The blue is, oh yeah, I said Midnight already. Yeah. So my Midnight and my Current and even my Witching Hour, I think my Witching Hour was okay, but the Current and the Midnight were really red and really blue. So he came out like, I don't know what I was thinking while I was stitching it. I was just like, it's going to get better as I stitch it. It's going to make sense. It's going to be okay. No, I finished the entire Dementor and he is red and blue. Okay. He's a patriotic Dementor. He's red and blue. I thought I'm going to get my dye. I'm not unfamiliar with dyeing my own fabrics. So I have like all of the Rit Dye liquid colors. I'm going to get some dye. I'm going to get a paintbrush. I'm going to just paint right over him on the fabric. I'm going to dye the floss and make him darker reds, darker blues. And hopefully as it gets darker, he will look more not patriotic. I recorded the whole process and made little snippet videos as I was doing this yesterday. It was a failed experiment, so I don't think it's worth your time watching me put dye on it, sit, wait, rinse it, come back, show you he looks exactly the same, put more dye on it, wait, rinse it, come back, he still looks exactly the same. Like, at the end, I put straight dye, not diluted, not watered down, nothing. I was dipping my paintbrush in the dye, black, and putting it directly on him. He still came out red and blue. Like, I'm just like, he might be a little bit more muted, and definitely the fabric, it bled out, so the fabric around him got really dark. The fabric was taking the dye perfectly. He was not. I can only stand for so long. I mean, even sitting forward here and talking to you, I'm like, oh, my back is killing me. I have a bad back for anybody that doesn't know. So I couldn't stand up and do this anymore. So I decided, nope. After like, I think maybe 4 or 5, maybe different. And after the last time where I put straight black on him and he still didn't take it, I'm like, okay, we're done. Done. He's patriotic. I'm cutting him out of the fabric. He's literally, he's the center stitch. Like, it's the center start. He's right in the middle. So I cut him out of the fabric and I made him into an ornament, and I have the rest of the fabric scraps to do something small with. It's fine. I will get some new fabric, and I had only stitched the Dementor, so Frogwares Year 3 will need to be a restart now. It doesn't count as a new start because it's already on my whip list. So I do think that I will be restarting it during Frogwares, possibly. I need to find some fabric. I have all the floss and threads and everything in here, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see. All the threads. And I have a new thread sorter, and I need to like get all the threads onto, and I haven't even... Okay. Without further ado, because I'm sure you guys are like, oh my god, will you just show me already? Here he is. He's showing up more muted than he does in real life. I mean, right there. There you go. He's still red and blue. So I finished him up. This is some of the fabric that Stacie sent in her patriotic finish. This is some red trim that I just had. There he is. He's a cute little ornament. I don't know where he's going to hang from. But if this isn't the perfect representation of my patriotic feels, like back here, that's perfect. Ugh. But no, he's definitely still red and blue. Anyways, a Dementor is probably the perfect representation of my patriotic feels this year. Sucks all the joy and fun out of everything. There he is. You can see the fabric definitely took on a dark, it got way darker because this was, here I have the scraps right here. This was the fabric. So you can see how much darker that fabric got in that whole process. So there he is. It's a cute little ornament. I'll hang him up on the 4th of July every year. I don't know, maybe he'll just hang out in my Harry Potter room too. It's a little patriotic Dementor. So again, this will be a restart. I need to find some fabric. Not a fan of doing it on the bright color. I've done it on like a parchmenty type color. Oh, someone's doing fireworks. Not allowed to do fireworks today. We're already done. Here in Blue Springs, everything is legal. Like they shoot up in the air, they go off, all the things. But you can only do them the 1st through the 4th. It's the 5th. We're done. Anyways, I need to get another piece of fabric, parchmenty type color, and restart year 3 sometime in the next couple weeks. So that was my patriotic stitching yesterday. I need to take a picture of him and post him on Instagram because the Summer Stitches Challenge yesterday was patriotic. I'm going to post this finish because patriotic Dementor. I didn't actually stitch on him, but I worked on him, so there he is. Then yesterday I also started the hands-on design Scary Apothecary. This is for Colorado Cross Stitcher, has a Flosstube and an Instagram in that name, Colorado Cross Stitcher, hosts Cross Stitch Camp, June, July, and August. She also winter camp for like 1 month in like January, February, I think, as well. Every month there's a theme, and then you have to have a new start, completely not started at the beginning of the month, post your picture using the hashtag, and then by the end of the month, post your finish, not FFO, just finish, use the hashtag, tag her, all the things. And she does have prizes that she draws for people who are participating. She has an LNS in Colorado, and she just posted the winners, I think, yesterday from June. So there was like 8 or 9 different winners. It was very generous, and like they're not just like winning like a pattern. Like there's a whole set of things that each person is winning. So, anyways, look into that if you've not heard of that. The way I get away with my new start at the beginning of the month and finish by the end of the month is my series, because my series is on my whip list. The entire series is a whip. So, yeah. All of this to say, I started the last Scary Apothecary one that I have to stitch. It is coffin paint. After I finish this here in this month of July, I will be done. This will be a finish. I do believe this was a 2019 start even. This is by Hands On Design, and The theme for the cross stitch camp was to stitch on something that grows. Well, this has spiders and they grow. So that is how I made that work. And this is my little bitty baby start. Boom. 11.5 stitches. It's the eye in paint. That's my start. I definitely intended to sit and stitch more yesterday, but every time I sat down, somebody was like, oh, we gotta do this. Oh, now we gotta do this. Oh, we're gonna do this. And it's just like, I just want to sit and stitch. When my husband is home, I don't get to sit down and stitch a lot because he's go, 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 go. And even though I tell him over and over and over, I am dying, leave me alone. It doesn't always work. So, plus he was like, come watch a movie with me, come do this with me, come do that with me. Every day for as long as I can remember, every year for as long as I can remember, on Independence Day, we have watched Independence Day for like seriously as long as I can remember. Yesterday was no exception. We got up, my husband made breakfast, ate, and then we watched Independence Day full volume, windows rattling, all the loveliness. So started on that. I will continue to work on that today, the coffin paint, because today is stitch on something with grass or food. I'm assuming it's like something about picnics because I didn't write down the whole prompt for Summer Stitches Challenge. Well, first of all, spiders are food for some things, but the sun is food for plants. So there you go. That's how I'm making this work. I'll continue stitching on that today. I cannot remember off the top of my head what the prompt is for tomorrow, but Friday is the 7th, and that's a Harry Potter stitch day, and then the 8th is my Hade day, so I'll be stitching on the Good Morning Maui Harry Potter stitch on Friday, and my Cunning Hade on Saturday. I don't know what other plans really that I have before I see you again next Wednesday. I will tell you on next Wednesday, I will be in Illinois with Melina, who is Melina Stitcher on Instagram and is half of Count Twice Stitch Once. She records Flosstube with her mom, Connie. And because I will be staying at her house for Frogworts, I'm head girl for Frogworts. She's one of the prefects. So we kind of work together to do grading of the stitch challenges, the stash dives, the digital dives. On the live events, I'm always on the phone. We're drawing numbers, we're finding winners, we're doing all the things. There's pop-up events, like there's so much involved in this retreat. And so I went to her house last year and it worked amazingly. So I'm going back again this year. Being out of my own home, away from my husband, who's like, oh, what do you mean you're busy? You don't look busy. Oh, I'm busy. It's just a lot easier. Plus, you get to go hang out with your stitchy bestie and sit and stitch. And I mean, actually, I don't even think I stitched at all last year. But you hang out, you grade, you have some good times, you get on some chats. During the event, there are video chat things open, rooms in Facebook. So anyways, all of this to say, I'll be at her house next week. We will be recording Flosstube together on Wednesday. So excited for that. And we will also be recording an unboxing of the Frogworts box. This is a nice little segue real quick into some life updates, but not medical stuff yet. Black Needle Society started, I think it officially started in 2020. They had their first box planned for, and by they, I mean Katie and Laura. They are the owners of Black Needle Society. They had their first box planned for like an autumn, fall type box. And it was going to be, it was a smaller box. It was just like, let's just come out of the gate a little bit. Let's not just dive straight in. And this, I think, was like in the works since 2019, right? Because there's a lot of prep that goes into it before the box actually goes out. 2020 happened. And in 2020, I think April, Black Needle Society was supposed to have their first in-person retreat. And then they were supposed to be having their first Frogwarts in-person retreat in July. Clearly, those didn't happen. They quickly rerouted. They had all of the swag already in hand for the in-person retreat for April. So they just got some boxes, put everything in a box, mailed it out to everybody that was supposed to be in person, and then set up a video thing, and we played some games and sat and stitched together on video, and it was perfect. The way that they quickly rerouted and started what ended up being this business 3 years later was amazing. And then Frogwarts happened in July, and Frogwarts was huge. There was lots of games, lots of competitiveness. I myself, when she released the schedule, and she was like, you do not participate in everything. Like, we're just putting all these options out here for, so like across a lot of hours of the day, so that people internationally, not, everybody can participate, all the things. I saw that and I was like, challenge accepted. I did every single challenge. I stitched all of the things. I started and finished the pattern, because that became a thing. If you start and finish the pattern within the time frame, it's, oh my god, head girl, 100 points? I think it's 100 points. House points, which is huge, because most things are like, 4 and 5 points at a time. So that's 100 points is huge. I ended up winning overall MVP that year. I got the most points, house points, out of everybody participating. The prizes are all just amazing. And I mean, I know that your retreat, like, the money you pay toward the box goes towards the prizes as well, but the prizes were just amazing and so good, and all Harry Potter themed, and really great. Shortly after Frogwarts Year 1, because I was not working for Black Needle Society then, shortly after Frogwarts Year 1, I started not collaborating, but they started calling me more and like bouncing ideas off of me. We were taking road trips to go to LNSs. We were in each other's bubbles. So, I mean, it's, definitely the pandemic, but we were in each other's bubbles. So we were seeing a lot of each other, and eventually I got a phone call that was like, would you like to do customer service emails for us, and we can pay you? Because Katie was like, I just don't want to. And I was like, yes, I would love to. That's something I could do from home, and I would love to do that. So I've, shortly after Frogwarts, started doing customer service for Black Needle Society and their other business, Love You More Studio. Definitely have been a part of all of the boxes and the retreats and digital and in person and everything. And also started my own shirt business where I make shirts. I sell a lot of the shirts during these events and these retreats, but it's also taken off in other places for other events, other retreats. I have since left working at the school because doing the shirts and customer service was taking up enough of my time that, and whatever, life choices, right? All of this to say is that my current health situation and the brain fog and the fatigue, I think the fatigue is probably the biggest factor. as I sit here in this chair and 6, 7, 8 hours go by. I literally can't move. Like, putting on my makeup this morning for y'all, my arms were like, I couldn't hold my arms up anymore. Fatigue is real. I've got a back surgery coming up. Imminent. I mean, it's soon. I don't know. All of the health things. You guys know all of the health things. All of this is just really, really long-winded way of saying that I have made the decision, and if you follow Black Needle Society and get the newsletter, you saw it in the newsletter, I am not doing customer service anymore. It has, when I first started, it was like maybe 1 or 2 emails a week. It has progressed. There are so many of you, of which Katie and Laura are like this. They've built an amazing company. They've progressed really fast, and they definitely just need somebody that's got more energy and is able to give more time to the company, and that's not me right now. Anyways, I've been there since the beginning. It's been 3 years. It's been an amazing 3 years. Of course, we'll still be buying Black Needle Society and participating in all the Black Needle Society stuff. I'm just not a Black Needle Society employee anymore. I am still not hosting. They're hosting. I'm still being the head girl for Frogworts this year. That was already, well established since the beginning of the year. I'm committed to that. After that, I was asked at the beginning of the year too, like, I had already been hospitalized and all the things, about working for camp. And at that time, there was no way I could commit to camp. So I won't be working at camp. I'm there. I will be going to camp. I just won't be working in any capacity. I'm there as an attendee. You'll of course still see me at the Black Needle Society stuffs and all the things, but my employment has ended, and with that, I don't know how to segue this. Instead of doing customer service and doing all of those things, I'm now going to be a Black Needle Society rep. So I will get the monthly boxes, do unboxing videos for you all here, and that also means that I can bring you all a rep code, which I've never had before. So my rep code is Goddess5. Goddess5 will be linked down below. The website's always been linked down below. If you go to the vault, you purchase anything from the vault, on the first of this month, the Novels and Needles that was on sale last month, so the extras from that box went on sale on the 1st of this month. You can use my code Goddess5, get 5% off your order. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it. My voice is going. We're 50 minutes in. I think that was all I had to say. Oh, all of that led into is that I have no idea what's in this Frogworts box this year. Like, literally, I honestly can't think of a single thing. Like, the brain fog, even if they did tell me something that was in this box, I don't know it. I don't know. But when I go to Melina's house, I will get there on Tuesday night. We're going to do an unboxing video. I'm going to pick up our boxes. I'm going to drive to Illinois. We're going to do an unboxing video, so you will get to see the Frogworts unboxing. I'll upload that separately, so if you don't have your box, you can skip right past that video. And then next Wednesday, we'll do a Flosstube together. I'm super excited about all the things. I think that was all I had to say on, I'm looking at my list, Frogworts. I will say what? This video is such a mess. I feel like I should just start over. We're 50 minutes. I'm not starting over. Okay. focus. I can do this. I can finish strong. The next thing I want to show you is Floss of the Month. It's July. It is officially July. We have a Floss of the Month. And as a reminder, I will tell you that in September, I will be having the Floss of the Month available for purchase through Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. She has graciously accepted working with me on bringing these to y'all. There's a limited number that's going to be available. And in September, at the end of August, I will come and I will show you what September's colors are going to be. I will always still have a winner. So that first week in September, I will announce the winner. And then for everybody else who didn't win, you can go buy it now. But it's still July. She needs time because obviously you don't just place an order with Gast or Gentle Art sampler threads and Classic Colorworks and get it next week. That's not how that works. So I've given her the color lists. I went to my LNS. I played with all the colors. I got all the colorways for months. And she's placing the orders, doing the things so that she will have everything ready come September. So I'm super excited about that. But I will tell you, plus you can use my code Goddess10 on her website and get 10% off. And that will include in September, you'll get 10% off the threads. Okay. Colors for July are Florian Fortescue's. I cannot believe that it took me this long to finally get to my absolute favorite store in Diagon Alley. I love their ice cream. Addicted to their ice cream. It's so good. So the colorway, here we go. It's so good. Well, I should have maybe ordered these a little bit differently. Okay. There's all the colors, but in the logo of Florian Fortescue's, these are the colors. And then if you go to their shop, the walls are this lovely shade of yellow. So there's the colors. Oh no. There we go. There's the colors for Florian Fortescue's. These will eventually be for sale down the road, but these, I mean, whatever. I will tell you the colors. Caterpillar by Classic Colorworks. Really Tealy by Classic Colorworks. These are, I think, oh no, there's one. Gentle Arts. Lavender Louise by Classic Colorworks. House Wine by Classic Colorworks. And Celery by the Gentle Art. So for now, if you would like to purchase these colors, you just go to your LNS, look up your ONS online, whatever you need to do, put in those 5 colors, have them shipped to you, and you got your own little floss club. Again, starting in September, you'll be able to just go purchase Athena's floss pack of the month, and it'll be easier. But for now, you got to go look up the colors. I, of course, as always, one for me, one for you. So if you are interested in winning this, you're going to say ice cream. You're going to say, I'm not going to make you write down Florian Fortescue's. You're going to say ice cream in the comments below. I will choose a winner next week. Thank you so much for everybody and your interest in these floss colors. I didn't think it would be as popular as it is, but they're not limited edition or like dyed for this or anything. Like, I'm choosing from their regular line and then I'm just making them fit the Harry Potter colorways that I'm picking of the month. What else do I have to show you? I think that's all I had to show you. I kind of already touched on life updates with the Black Needle Society. That's a huge thing for me to step back from. It's definitely the spoon theory situation right now. I only have so many spoons in a day. And even though doing the emails, the customer service emails, just requires me to just sit here in this chair and do the emails, it literally takes spoons. And so hopefully the hope is that I'm going to have more spoons to be able to do the shirts. Which led to like the new shirt design, being able to get into my office and do shirt orders and send out invoices and make the shirts and place the orders and do all the things. Requires a lot of spoons. So hopefully I'll be having more spoons for shirts and getting things out on time. If you have been ordering shirts from me this year, I thank you so much for your patience with me, because I know that I have a 2-week processing time, and there have been, I don't even know how many orders that have gone out later than that. Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know that I've gone all the way to 4 weeks, but once I hit past that 2-week, it's this horrible, guilty feeling. Like I'm like, get up and make the shirts, get up and make the shirts, get up and make the shirts. I mean, sometimes it's not always that easy. Sometimes the shirts haven't come in yet. Sometimes I haven't got the vinyl in yet, and all of the things. But hopefully taking a step back from that part will allow me more spoons to be able to do the shirts. Especially since it's taken off. And I thank you so much for that. More lately, I've picked up a couple of retreats that I've done shirts for. I've got a couple more in the works that I'm going to be doing shirts for. I'm like so excited, and so thankful for everybody for buying the shirts and giving me the opportunities to do these things. I don't know. Haven't had any new health updates this week. Continuing on, I do go see my surgeon on Monday, so yay. And I'll get more information on that and when that's going to be scheduled and all the things. So, I think that's all I got. So I will see you guys all next week from Illinois. I'm so excited. And for everybody participating in Frogworks and doing all the Frogworks things, I will see you during that. I don't know how much will be in the chat rooms, between all the grading and all the different things, but we will definitely be in there. And yeah. And then, I mean, I come home and then I've got like 2 or 3 days, and then I turn around and I go to Denver for a retreat class. It's more of a class than a retreat. They're in Denver, and I go with Lynn for that. So that's an exciting July. I'm looking forward to all the things. And then, I mean, I come home and then camp is happening. Oh, it's a busy summer, y'all. And I can't believe it's July. Like, June is already gone. Summer's flying by. So Midwest goodbyes and all that. And now I have like my whole little goodbye signature, so I can like get out of here and feel like I've closed it off without just being like, okay, I don't know what else to say now. Okay, right as I was saying goodbye, we've got kids in the house. They've got to get up. They've got to go to work. They've got to do the things. Okay, I'm like, really, all I needed was 2 more minutes. With that, I wish you all a magical, stitchy week. And for now, mischief managed. Bye.